Got 6 shutouts on the season. And has gotten that with the Gamecocks, 2-2. Chops that back up the middle. The charge for Dement. And how about that play for the freshman, KK? Mombani was a terrific softball player at Charlotte, which is where head coach Ashley Chastain Woodard. Full count. Shelton skies that out to center. Allie Enright, 2 down. Here is the matchup, Kennedy against Rhodey. The SEC, because she did it herself when she was a player, went from a smaller school to Carolina.
Look at Charlotte, and every year you're like, okay, who are they going to go in and beat? You know they're going to beat somebody in the SEC. They're going to take a midweek, and it's not going to surprise us because they were always so strong.
Swing and a miss for Kennedy, her first strikeout. It's a 1-2-3 start. Powell to second. Quick to get it out of her glove and over is Shelton. With chance to get back to the World Series. 5-6 hole and it scoots through for Coco.
And that is just great hitting for Coco. Even though Blankenship and Chansey were slid over.
Here's Maya Perez. You know, it's often those moments when nobody's watching that you improve the most. She grounds out there, 2 down.
Look at Mari Harper, and yeah, she's just as powerful. Maybe not quite the home runs that Barbara has, but higher average.
Doesn't chase, draws the walk. And a couple on with 2 outs. 382 on the year, again, an OPS over 1,000. Real strong in the middle of this batting order. Aggies trying to strike first. Some self-talk in the batter's box. And it's back-to-back walks to the 4 and 5 hitters. Bases are loaded for the Aggies.
Good job by both Barbara.
Double-digit home runs. She's got 2 slams this year, including one here at Georgia, at the Jack. Waits on the change and pops it up, and they will leave them loaded.
A scries if it's a little bit of a screwball, rise ball, or a curveball backdoor, a little bit up, a little bit down to it.
1 for 2 against Alabama. Walked a couple times, scored a run for the former Gamecock back girl. Full count here to winners. And a base runner for the Gamecocks. Here's Ella Chansey. 2 for 4, drove in a couple runs in the Alabama win to the right side. That'll move the runner over, 1 down. 0 for 4 against the Tide on the season, a .269 hitter. Gets a swing and miss.
Matured over her time at Texas A&M and also worked with a very good pitching coach, Coach Ford.
Shoulder. But the numbers don't lie. They deserve it. And South Carolina is going to grab the early lead here. Abigail Knight scoring Lexi winner. What you got, Holly?
Well, Tricia Ford told us that Emily Kennedy is just finally starting to feel like herself again. She has been battling injuries this season, a leg injury, but she's starting to feel better.
out by the time you get to the postseason.
And Kennedy gets another strikeout, her third.
Throws with a lot of heat at that changeup tonight. When she's flipping it, oof, hard to pick up.
And gets the strikeout.
Look at the way she's really just been painting the corners. Really good location. That's
including the last two. So here's Kelsey Mathis, the freshman from Waco, Texas, getting the start tonight. Just her third of the season. Cooker, see how she does. They may need her at some point later in this tournament or in the NCAAs.
Very good freshman class for Texas A&M. Difference makers right away. Didn't.
And she strike out the side. Sam Gress, 2-2.
Nice. All that hard work pays off.
Good at bat here for the Rook. And a shot out to right center and a base hit for Mathis in her SEC tournament debut. And the 9 spot passes the bat to the top.
The freshman in the 9-hole just works to a full count and then gets a rise ball elevated enough because it's a 3-2 count, trying to protect that zone, not wanting to walk the 9-hole. Come close to the zone, and Mathis picks up a hit here.
Down to the second or first time up. First pitch swinging, gets a hold of one. Back it goes, and it's gone. 2-run home run. Center field set, and the Aggies have the lead. First of the season for the leadoff.
How about that? But you got to give some kudos to Mathis in the 9-hole that works a really, really long at bat. And so what does Mathis do? And still drives that out of the yard.
From long ball to short ball, pressure on the defense for Coco Woolley, and a bunt single.
This is deep. Chancey.
Runner goes, the throw down is high and sliding in safely. Perez blasts that one the opposite way. And that leaves the yard. Maya's still motoring to second. She doesn't realize it. They're telling her, keep going. It hit our camera deck out there. And it's the second 2-run shot of the inning. And there they go for the second time.
Out of the yard. This one inside out. Look at the way that Perez is going to get all into that ball. Going to opposite field. Just really good extension. Celebration for the Aggies.
Speed record running around the bases because it looked like it may have hit off the top of the fence. Right there.
It's easy to sit hard. Just get extended.
Barbara. And that gets under the glove of Rhodey. That last home run from Amari Harper will try and extend it, and she does. Well, they are playing Pepper right now.
It's called a hit parade.
Jory Hurd trying to end this inning. And a bouncer off of Chancey.
On a well-struck ball, just takes a funny hop at the end. It's just going to come.
And right, slow roller to second. And that will finally end it. Has retired 6 of the 9 she's faced. Just out of her reach, but not out of Coco's.
That's one thing about Coco. She's so fun to watch. I remember when she was a freshman, she stepped into that shortstop position, and I was blown away by her range. That ball up the middle, looks like it might sneak through. No way.
No, it's not. Coco always seems to get there.
That's punched, and that's gone off the scoreboard for Carly Shelton. Solo swat. Let's get Carolina right back in it.
Yeah. The excitement coming out of that dugout is in every ball game, no matter what their deficit is. They've done a very good job of to deter them, but this is an off-speed pitch that you can see just the way that Shelton is going to get around, and she her 4th home run of the year.
It's been the least likely to hit it out that have hit it out. "16 home runs, the single season record." She said it.
How about an 0-1 changeup, sends it yard.
Five of their 8 runs scored in the last 2 days have come off of home runs. And they've proven that they can compete with anybody in the league. Kennedy gets another strikeout. But a run up on the board for Carolina. Nice snag by Chansey at third. Fly ball out to center. Down the first baseline, and a quick 1-2-3 inning for Hurd. 4-2. Walker.
It's become more of a hitting game, rightfully so, with all the technology, but you still have to have an idea that my job is to.
And that squirts away from Barbara, and that'll work as well.
Exactly.
That one will be in play, and that one might score a run. Nope, they're slamming on the brakes. Chop to second, and the tag is applied on the base runner as Chansey comes home.
She's going to run after her.
Sellers, ground ball to second. Dement is there again, gets the... Did not hold up, so another strikeout for...
It was interesting what Coach was talking about with Kennedy, maybe throwing through the spins.
Right back to Hurd, and she airmails it. Woolley headed for second, check, she's gonna go for third. The throw on the way, and Coco.
It does, it just makes you make mistakes, and Hurd nowhere near first base, airmails that ball. That's her 3rd error of the year.
Chop to second, and they had the runner, Woolley, between third and home, but they went to first base with it, and Coco comes in.
This is just a mental mistake by Shelton, not understanding the situation and really what she needed to do, because Woolley was not get her to roll. You induce that ground ball. That's a play you have to make. You have to push Coco back to third and get the out at first.
So Perez picks up her 3rd RBI of the night. Slow roller to second, and through the wickets of the second baseman Shelton. She wanted interference on the runner. You saw the umpire wave. No contact, safe there. And now the Gamecocks want to talk about it.
Oh, it looks like it hit her. Oh, and actually, Carly may have reached out and hit the run.
Ruling on the field was obstruction on the defense.
So I saw the umpire give the safe sign.
Yes.
I didn't see him put out the
Towards obstruction, the runner's placed at third base. South Carolina's first challenge.
Ground ball, stepping on the base is Sheldon, throws to first, and it pulls the first baseman Rhodey off the base. And Lovell comes in to score. It's 6-3.
And then the throw over to first. Yeah, but Rhodey not even on the back.
Play. Things have unraveled a bit here for South Carolina defensively. Now they have an E1.
4-4. It should be 4 errors.
Yeah, and there's a base hit. Enright adds to the inning. They usually are. Oh, punch out. Some ups and downs for a lot of different teams. And Quincy Lilio sends that one out. Right back at you for the Gamecocks.
This is a team that continues to fight, continues to define themselves in really an out. Lilio is the leadoff hitter and just takes a pitch that's elevated slightly on the, drives that out of the park. That's her first home run of the year. Shelton had a home run herself, 4th of the year on a changeup on an 0-1 pitch.
And drop. Winners. Mathis under it. 2-1. Chansey, the opposite way. On the run, on the line, and the catch is made by Mathis. But another run across on a home run ball. She's the 3rd Gamecock picture of the night. Backing up the shortstop Blankenship, and the throw is high, and Mathis is safe. Dropping down the bunt, and it stays fair. And they got her. Good throw from Baldwin, or Winters.
This is what Coco does best. She's going to lay this down. Great job by Winters to come out and have to. First. Well, look at the stretch by Rhodey. See, Rhodey is stretching to the side instead of to the ball.
Look at that toe. That's going to touch the base first. So a good challenge there. Woolley is safe.
Game-changing speed by Woolley getting on that line.
And now runners on, leaves the yard. And that one will bound away from Winters. The runners will move up. And she golfs that one out to right. Mathis is in. Here comes Woolley, uncontested to the plate. 5 RBI night for Maya Perez, and it's 8-4.
Earlier, it allows both runners to get into scoring position. This is just great hitting. This is a pitch on the inner half where they went earlier. Perez fooled by it just a little bit.
3-0 pitch. Not even close. And base hit up the middle. Perez gonna hold, and so is Barbara, and the bases are loaded. Texas A&M in the semifinals tomorrow, with the 8-run rule looming. Dement, that won't leave the yard, but that'll do some damage. Perez is in, Barbara's in, and the throw to the plate is cut off as Harper comes in. A 3-run double for Dement.
Wow, and both the last 2 hitters, first pitch swinging. It's a Dement, the freshman, KK, getting this ball into the gap, just explodes on an inside pitch. Great rotation. You could hear it off the bat. You knew that was going all the way to the wall, and so did her teammates, Perez, Barbara, Harper.
Enright pops it up, 2 down. Another 3-2 pitch to Eshte. Ground ball to second, and it bounces out into right field. Here comes Dement to the plate, and she'll slide in safely. And on the error, Texas A&M wins it. And walks it off with a 1 rule, 12-4.
Great job by Texas A&M to capitalize on 4 free passes that hurt as well.
9 end up reaching for the Aggies, their first run rule in the SEC tournament.